We often get the question, when should I deadhead and should I cut everything down in the fall? And it's a couple of schools of thought, and it depends on what you want these plants to do in your garden. If you wanted them to feed the birds, you might want to leave some of that stuff up. But like in the case of this Alium here, I don't want it to seed out all over the garden. It looks kind of pretty. Some people might leave it up all winter to see that those little tufts because they're dried. But I don't want them to drop seed and get it all over my garden. So I'm going to cut those all off. Other plants I'm going to leave up all winter. The Sedum here, those dried flower clusters, don't necessarily feed the birds, but they hold up really well all winter, and they have a good color. And then the other advantage to leaving a plant up is that you might be having some beneficial insect winter over there, like this praying mantis. Plants like phlox often get powdery mildew, so those kind of plants I'm going to cut clear off to the ground and remove that foliage, put it in the compost pile, or send it out with the yard waste so that I don't reinfect again next year. Echinacea or coneflower is a great one. The birds love it. You can see they've probably been nibbling on this already as it dries. And I'm going to leave that up all winter. And as we go along through the fall, these other seed heads, flower heads will dry and have more seed. This Korean feather reed grass, or Calamagrostis, I'm going to leave up all winter because it's interesting, and it has these seed heads that they might feed a few birds, but they don't reseed everywhere in my garden. So I'm going to leave it up. So when you're walking through your garden in the fall and debating what to cut or leave, think about what that plant does in your garden. Does it provide winter interest or structure and color? Does it feed the birds? Does it provide a nesting spot for beneficial insects? And that'll tell you whether you need to cut it back or not.